How many of us see the artwork for Blades of Steel and immediately hear the announcer go,
Blades of Steel.
"Welcome back to Press Start Rewind," and this week we'll be taking a look at that amazing game. This was the very first hockey game that I ever played, and I spent hours just trying to get into as many fights as I possibly could. And I am beyond excited to take a closer look into the game that shaped a large part of my childhood. But before we jump into the history, consider subscribing as we upload new videos every Monday and Thursday. And thank you so much to everyone that has already subscribed. Blades of Steel dropped at the perfect time. The NES was king, arcades ruled, and this game nailed that vibe. Remember blowing on those cartridges just to try to get the game to work? The marketing was genius too. The cover art was unforgettable. The theme song is still stuck in my head to this day. But Blades of Steel wasn't just some random sports game churned out in 1987. It was a labor of love crafted by a team at Konami, led by the legendary Hideo Yoshizawa. This guy loved hockey, and it shows, as the attention to detail is insane, especially considering the game's age. From the player animations to the bone-crunching fights, you felt like you were on the ice. It also had lead programmers Shigeru Mizaki and Satoshi Kishiwada. Both of them are known for developing Contra, Double Dribble, and assisting on projects such as Gradius and Castlevania. Even with the love of the genre and the sport, and such an amazing team behind the game, Blades of Steel wasn't built in a day. It went through a ton of changes, and at first it was actually going to be a super realistic sim. But when they switched it up to a more arcade style feel, for me personally, I actually think it was an amazing move that made the game that much more enjoyable. A fun fact about Blades of Steel: in Japan, it was called Konami Ice Hockey. Different names, slightly different tunes, but it was the same awesome game. It also was released a little earlier in Japan on the NES by about 6 months. Blades of Steel wasn't just a hit with hockey fans, it was a knockout success, proving Konami was a powerhouse in sports games. It paved the way for future hockey titles, even inspiring the NHL series. But Blades of Steel reach went beyond sports. The mix of action and strategy mixed with those amazing fights made for some iconic gameplay. They added a whole new level to sports games, something we see even today in games like NBA Jam. But Blades of Steel holds such a special place in so many people's hearts. Even back then, critics enjoyed the game. IGN gave the game a 7.5 out of 10, and Allgame gave it a 4.5 out of 5 rating. Blades of Steel is more than just a game, it's a piece of gaming history. It's a testament to the passion of its creators and a reminder of how many games bring us together. Share this with a friend who used to play Blades of Steel with. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep on gaming.